And for more on this match, I spoke to Sunny Gavaskar a short while ago and began by asking him, do you think Australia have blown away any chance they would have had of making a comeback into the series by suspending crucial players like Watson and Pattinson?
No, I don't think you can say that, for the simple reason that cricket is a game where the fortunes can turn around in a matter of minutes. Yes, I think Pattinson's been their most effective bowler, the man who's taken wickets in both the test matches. So yes, I think it's going to be a big loss, but it could be an opportunity for Mitchell Starc, who I thought didn't bowl as well as he's known to in the Chennai game. So you never know. But yes, I think the experience of Watson in the middle order, they'll certainly miss that. And I think that's something for the Indian bowlers to capitalise on.
Right. Now, what do you make of the suspension in the first place? We are made to understand it wasn't just one instance of not following orders, but in fact, certain players crossed the line on quite a few occasions. But even then, do you think it was the right call to suspend players in the middle of a tour?
Yes, there is talk about this not being the first instance, but we don't know what the other instances are and how serious those other instances were. So I would imagine that it's something that without having 100% information, it's a little bit difficult to say. But as far as the Indian team is concerned, I think they should be happy for the simple reason when the opposition is in disarray, and they are in disarray with two of their regulars not being available and two who could have possibly played in the third and fourth test not being considered. So yes, I think the Indians certainly have to be very happy, where they'll be chuffed, but it's important that they don't let their guard down, because one thing in international cricket is never take the Australians lightly.
Well, yeah, that's right. But Sunny bhai, a quick word on Dhawan, who will make his debut tomorrow.
For Shikhar Dhawan, I think it's an opportunity. He'll get to play on a pitch where the ball will come onto the bat quite nicely. He's been in very good form in the domestic circuit. So in terms of being confident as far as form is concerned, Shikhar Dhawan is right there. And if the first over he meets the ball in the middle of the bat, he could get off to a start.
Right, thanks a lot for that, Sunny Gavaskar. It's lovely to see both our analysts wearing pink. Seems to be the pink day. I unfortunately missed out. But, we're calling it Mission Impossible for Australia. But you, for one, believe that they can win the Mohali Test match. And it's not just because you're an Aussie fan. It's based on facts, right?
Yeah, it is. And the facts are that, look, number one, the Australians haven't been doing any good with these two guys, Pattinson and with Watson in there. I think they'll miss Pattinson. There's no doubt about that on this type of pitch. But I don't think they'll miss Watson that much, to be honest. So a couple of kids get their opportunities.
But he averages close to 60, I believe, in Mohali, Watson.
Yeah, but he's only had one innings there. And sure, you always like to go to grounds that you do very, very well in, but he hasn't hardly made 100 cents. So all in all, the Australians have had their cage rattled. They've had problems with guys late to buses, guys late to training, guys overweight, guys not doing their physiotherapy. We've got guys who are not showing enough respect to the captain and the coach and support staff. Well, they got their cage rattled, and it's amazing when you rattle the cage that the guys might actually gel and come back. Steve Smith will probably play his debut. Phil Hughes will probably enjoy this type of pitch better. He needs to use his feet a little bit more. A couple of guys get some extra opportunities. I tell you what, look, there's no doubt India big outstanding favourites, but I tell you, I'm expecting a fight here by the Australians.
Right, a blessing in disguise is what you're saying it could turn out to be. But also, Virendra Sehwag not playing, that might just help psychologically.
Oh, massively. Like that guy's a legend. We all know that, and well, a god in Delhi. So look, I felt sorry for him for being dropped. I thought they might have gone right through to Delhi with him, but it gives Dhawan a chance, and already we've seen some young kids do very, very well in this series. So all you have to do is give a kid a sniff, and they might take it. The same goes in the Australian team. We've had 4 different changes in our selection. Right. Give them a chance. You never know what can happen.
A quick word. What's happening, or what's being mentioned in the Australian media with regards to the suspension? I believe there were many more instances.
Yeah, it's been a real heavy day. It's knocked the football off the back page in Australia. It's football at the moment. It's
Aussie rules is what you're talking about.
Aussie rules is the biggest one. Not that soccer stuff where you're not allowed to touch the ball with your hands. But look, it's big, and everyone was on the side of the 4 players, and now the news is starting to drift out that all these other misdemeanours that have been happening And now the Australians are starting to the focus. So, well, hang on, if they've been acting like spoiled children and not doing their homework and not doing all these extra bit of work, well, they deserve to get a foot in the backside. Well, they got a big one. You know, they got 4 kicks in the backside by all 4 selectors. Evidently, it was unanimous to knock these guys over. So, all in all, they won't do it again.